Oh, when you would be here in my arms, waiting for tonight. Hey, how am I looking, man? Alright, I'm good. Okay. So, fellow Toastmasters, this is how I was getting ready for the New Year Eve celebration last December. And in no time, I started along with my flatmate to a New Year party. However, on my way when I was riding, I saw a group of people standing there. To break my curiosity, I jumped into the place. Then I see that. Oh, it's an emergency. What was that? To my surprise, a middle-aged man unconsciously lying on the road, battling for his life. And I see everybody are panicked. I could not stop myself. I asked, when is the ambulance coming? Nobody responded. Swiftly, I understood that nobody has called. Then in no time, I asked my friend, Maga, call ambulance right away. So he called. And in meantime, I heard a murmur. Don't do that. You will fall into the trouble. I was just trying to put that person on sitting posture so that I clear his air. And I hear one more murmur. वो हमारी गलती नहीं थी. Okay, I understood there is a couple of people who are responsible for the scene. I politely asked, can you lend me your stove? And asked the gentleman, can you get a carry bag? Soon after receiving it, I tied the person's head to restrict the bleeding and took all his belongings into a polythene. 10 minutes passed. There is no trace of ambulance. And I believe in most of the emergency cases, if at all we have to handle, we cannot do it in a democratic way. So I asked my friend, and we planned to take him on board on a rickshaw. With all the efforts of 4 or 5 people, we lifted 140 kg of a man into the rig. I was holding one hand to his head and one of the rod of the auto. And the auto driver understood the sensitivity and he drove auto like a shoemaker, Michael Shoemaker of NFS. And I was strolling here and there. We visited a couple of hospitals in Electronic City. Every time we reached the hospital, before stopping the rickshaw, the driver said, it's an emergency. A couple of doctors would come around with some of their gadgets and put it to your hands and say, oh God, we cannot do anything. The pulse is dropping and we do not have facility for emergency cases. Alright, what to do next? We asked where to take. There is no answer. They don't want to take responsibility. Soon, after that, like every cloud has a silver lining, we found one ambulance in the second hospital. Thought no time, we shifted to one of the places where emergency cases are handled. And then, in meantime, when I was accompanying the ambulance crew, I started calling or spotting their family members and told them, the situation is under control, everything will be fine. We are almost at the hospital. Please reach this venue. But the family members are panicked. Every alternate minute they were calling and I was consoling. To my luck, it was a basic handset without a lock. We reached the hospital. 10 minutes later, the doctor came searching. I sensed it, he was searching for me. He asked, you're the one? Yes, I'm the one. So, how do you relate it to him? I said, I am an acquaintance. And all their family members, they would be there anytime here in the hospital. And he continued. Okay, I'm sorry. The person is no more. I was shattered at that time because in this short span of time, there was a human relationship built with him because he was breathing his last breath in my arms. I could correlate. And none other than after some time, their family members came and I entered. They called me. They said, they asked, where is he? How is he doing? Trust me, I could not utter a word and I just took them to the reception of the hospital. They have a unique way of conveying the message to the family, so they managed it. After that, as a last tribute, I visited the person. He was already turned blue. And I paid my last tributes to him and left that place. I could not get out of the scene. It was all around my head. I was thinking it was not a good start for a year. However, I was thinking what could have been done better or what should have been done in such case. So here are my observation or thoughts which I would want to share with you all, and also want to correlate the incident with all these thoughts. Point number 1. Whenever you are riding your motorcycle or you are driving, wear a good quality helmet and wear a seat belt. Because in this case, the gentleman was wearing a very cheap quality helmet just to escape from the cop. Point number 2. When you meet an accident victim on your way, don't hesitate. Call 108 immediately and help them to get the medical attention as soon as possible. Because in this case, it was very evident that the gentleman was lying there not less than 15-20 minutes before me and my friend reached the venue. So we have to lose 20 minutes of the golden hour. Golden hour is the very first hour after the incident has taken place. Point number 3. Whenever you are, I know everybody has a smartphone and our whole history is in smartphone. We tend to lock it, right? So when we meet in such incident, so we need to have there is an option of putting the emergency contact number which will help in such cases. We'll have to do that. Point number 3, when you are riding, you can see in the Bangalore roads, the ambulance is struggling for its way. Let's all make our bit to clear the way so that let's help our fellow citizen that he gets his life or he saves his life. Point number 4, never hesitate for any legal obligations. Think that the person out there, he might be your relative, or he might be your spouse or children. Do we think at that time that is it really necessary obligation? Because I have found people telling that. To summarize, I would like to give this message to all. In any time in your life, if you find a situation where it's an emergency, let's do our bit to help the person. Because every life matters. It may be your relatives, a spouse, anytime. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.